We're here today talking with Marcia Calder of Indigrow about indigo children and managing psychic gifts. When I was a child, I had the sight, and I remember one time standing by the window and saying, "Mom, look at that," and explaining what I saw. And she said to me, "Sylvia, I don't see what you see, but I believe you."
And that's very, very important.
And that was all that I needed. I wasn't being told that I was lying. I wasn't being told that I'm making it up. I wasn't being told that I was imagining it. I was told that I was believed.
Mm-hmm.
And that made all the difference in the world to me.
Absolutely. And that's very, very important. And I think that makes the difference between a child with these abilities being fearful and being empowered. It's just the fact that they have somebody who understands and just says, okay, you're having that experience and I'm here for you. What can I do for you right now? Yeah. And that's one of the things I say to my children. How can I help you? What can I do for you? And oftentimes it's nothing. Just sit with me. Just listen to me. Or Mommy, get your book, write it down for me. Yeah. And that's all that it really takes. I also look at it as this whole imagination thing. A lot of people say, oh, well, children are very creative, they're very imaginative. And yes, that's true. And my daughter one time, she's always talking. And so she was having a little tea party. And one time I sat down with her at the tea party, and there were people who were deceased sitting around the blanket with her having a tea party. And she introduced me, and we sat and had tea together. And another time, she was talking, and I said, oh, do you have somebody in your room with you? And she goes, no, I'm just pretending that my stuffed animals are alive. She was very clear as to what the difference was between fantasy and reality. And to me, it looked the same because I don't share that gift with her. But I don't think it was her imagination. And that's all she needed, was just somebody to say, this is the way it is in my world.
Yeah. So the first step is this place of witnessing, though there are different tools that can help a person to feel safe or develop the skills more thoroughly as well, if that's what's desired. Mm-hmm. So is that something that you also help people with in Indigrow? It's not only how do you learn how to witness and be present with your child, but how to help them with their gifts?
Yes, one of the things that we have worked on has been introducing different tools to empower the children. One of the things that I like to see get managed first and foremost is the fear. And the fear is just of your own creation. It's just the unknown. So the more information that can be disseminated to the children and to the parents is helpful. So it's just a matter of discovery, and a lot of times when we get the kids together, it's just a chance to kind of share the information that they're experiencing, the things that they've had happen, and then just different tools. We introduce stones and crystals just to determine if they've got a sensitivity for that, and talk about the different energetic principles in those stones, how you can use them for protection, how you can use them to soothe you. And when they start to be introduced to these other objects and different tools, they really take on a different persona. They begin to then embrace their gifts and realize that they're beginning to manage their gifts rather than their gifts managing them.
Oh, so well said. That's really well said. I think that you've touched on something really important too, in that if something is unknown, we want to put a face to it. And sometimes we can put a scarier face on it than it actually is, just because we don't have all the information. So sometimes being able to amplify or increase the gift so that you can get very clear information can help you to know what it is that you're actually dealing with, so you know how to respond appropriately. Mm-hmm. Is it really something that's scary, or is it something that's just unknown?
Right.
And I think that this is another advantage of amplifying the gift, so it's not just I feel a something, but it's ability to discern what's going on beyond the physical realm.
Right. And one way that we accomplish that is just taking a deep breath and just getting very centered and very grounded and just finding out where you are in the middle of all of this that's going on, especially when it comes to the premonitions and the prophecy, is where are you in that equation, and allowing the information to just come in from there. That's helpful.